for tristatefootball.com, and at this time we're bringing up the Cincinnati Chrisitan Cougars. Last year they went to the Miami Valley Conference after a couple-year hiatus of playing as an independent. And I want to get started first with all the players behind me. Brought the large crowd, and I'll stand up, guys. This is the underclassmen here at Cincinnati Chrisian. Number 15, Logan Casados, the quarterback, only a sophomore for the Cougars. Number 10, David Jeffries. He'll play running back, linebacker, just about everywhere on defense. And then Dale Belzer, the wide receiver cornerback. Those are some of your underclassmen. To my right, I've got Adam Spees, number 32. Number 79, Tony Vitale. Of course, head coach David Fulcher. And then right here, transfer from Lakota East, Jake Julian. These are your seniors up here with me and Coach Fulcher. Well, Coach, we'll get started with you. First year as a head coach at the varsity level. Why Cincinnati Chrisian? What got you into head coaching in high school?
Well, a couple of years ago, I knew one of the coaches, Ron Deplafano. Actually, he's the mayor of Fairfield. And I came out just to speak to the kids. And as I was standing there talking to them, I kind of looked and said, you know, I would love to get involved in teaching the game of football to young men. And about 6 months later, after the season was over, I was asked by Mr. Deplafano would I mind being being a linebacker coach or a defensive coordinator. And the head coach then, Nate Johnson, decided to start a family. And when Nate stepped down, we had to go out and apply to look for a head coach. And I just told him, you know, I'm here, I'll take the job, and would love to teach as much as I can.
So the first year, you know, you guys went back into the Miami Valley Conference. Started off pretty good, 2-0.
Yes.
And then it looked like injuries in depth at
yes.
the Division VI level. It's very difficult to overcome any of that. What were your biggest hurdles from a year ago?
Well, when you say Division VI, I mean it's tough being in a Division VI school who have enough boys in the school that we would play Division III, IV, and V teams. And that's what we're doing. We don't actually play in a Division VI schedule. Our schedule, we're playing North College Hill, CHCA, Summit Country Day, Lockland. Those are some tough football teams. And when you have 25 to 35 kids playing football for you, there's no room for error. And last year was tough for us. Our first two games we played CCPA and Cedarville, and we beat both of those teams. And then once we started to play the other schools that were Division 4 5s, we struggled. And then we played Miami, and you know we lost to them by 6 points, which is a Division 6 school. So last year for us, we were, you know, trying to start anew. I was trying to get my guys to realize that because you're a Christian, you can still play football and you can hit people. And I think we got that down now, but we're still in a position where we're limited with bodies. You know, 25, 27 players, and we're asking, you know, these guys that are sitting here right now are playing, you know, 90% of the plays, and that's kind of tough when you can play a team good for one half, and then after halftime, you know, you ask them to go out and try to repeat that, and when you're playing against teams with 60, 70 players, you get handicapped, and it's kind of tough.
Yeah, welcome to what Jason Krause goes with.
Oh yeah.
At Fairfield or even at Middletown when he has to go up against the St. X's of the world. He's been on that side. He's at Division I level.
It's tough.
So anyway, getting back to one thing, you know, as your kids going forward, I want to talk to them here, but what do you see as the biggest difference in this group leading into the season as from last year?
Well, you know, last year we had, I want to say, I had 6 seniors last year, and 4 of them played. We're pretty good sophomore, junior team this year. I think I have 5 seniors this year, but we're pretty stacked with juniors and sophomores. And I think the football team that I got now is, you know, with the addition of Jake, you know, last year he was hungry, wanted to play, couldn't play, practice, couldn't do anything. But you know, our leadership this year with the young players that we have, and we got some talent, got some skilled players that can really get around the football. And if we can keep them healthy, we can keep them enthused, I think we'll be a pretty good football team. I think it's going to be tough for us because it doesn't matter. North College Hill is, you know, I really hate that we're back in the conference. I wish we were out of conference and we could schedule some out of conference teams. But, you know, when you're Division VI and you're playing 4s and 5s, and maybe a 3 in there, it's hard to do. But I think our guys are going to compete. And just, for me, teaching the game of football, the game of life. You know, am I the best head coach? I say to myself, I don't think I'm the best head coach, but I know a little bit about football, just a little. And I think my guys understand what I'm trying to get them to do, and they're excited about this year. I think our Cincinnati Christian family, football family, and our school is excited about football this year.
Well, it's a good thing. It's been a long time coming. And I like you said, you do have a great amount of skilled players that are young, and we are looking forward to seeing them. One of the seniors on that team, Adam C's down here. Adam had a great year last year. I think he had almost 90 tackles, or over 90 tackles last year. And you know, what's it like now playing for Coach Fulcher and the program since when you started as to now going into your senior year? What's the difference?
Well, it's been mostly a transition because for me, personally, even playing, I played about halfway through my freshman year. I started on defense. First few games, though, I was on special teams. And as I transitioned to my freshman year, I started playing every down, every game, and for the whole season. And that's been just continuing from my sophomore year to my junior, and now it looks like into my senior year. But it's mostly what Mr. Fulcher has been able to do is try to get to us to instill that this game of football is a commitment. This game, you can't just give 50% out there and be able to expect to win every game. You got to go out there and give your all every down of every game. And it's with that kind of commitment that you put into it that you can expect to reap wins.
Very well said. I want to ask you a quick question. You know, you played a lot of good running backs last fall. Kevin Brown, North College Hill, the kid from Dayton Christian. Any of those guys really tough for you I mean, you're being a linebacker, you're in on a lot of those tackles. Any of those guys really tough to go up against?
Especially, most of those guys have pretty decent speed. It's just getting to them and wrapping and holding them there so that everyone can get there. But I wouldn't say I got some speed too, but still, they have some decent speed out there in the backfield. That it's tough to get to them. But once you can get to them, it is possible to take them down.
There you go. Next to you is Tony Vitale, big offensive defensive lineman. You became quite a sack artist over the last couple of years. Why is it that you have so much success getting to the quarterback?
I just decided I wanted to do it, basically. Freshman and sophomore year, I didn't play a whole lot of defense. We had other seniors and juniors in there who could fill in the gaps and do their job, but junior year, I decided I wanted to do it. I decided it was fun to go out and sack people.
And looking at your lines, talk a little bit about the offensive and defensive lines this year and what you got coming back and what do you like about them?
We do have young guys, and we've been cut short a little bit in comparison to other years. Last year we had a lot of size. This year not so much. We've got some small guys out there. We've had to pull in some would-be skill guys to come in and fill some spots, but they're out there, they can hit. I've gone against them in practice, they know how to play the game and they want to do it.
When we come back over to your left side here, Jake Julian, you know, we were talking, you're a Lakota East transfer, you had to sit out of here. How tough is it knowing that you lose one of your years of playing high school football like that?
It's real tough. I mean, I love football, I love playing it, it's all I do. But you gotta make sacrifices for your team, and I felt God was pulling me to go to Cincinnati Christian, and it was worth it for me to sit out and play and practice, but not play in the games. But this upcoming year, I feel it's going to be a really big year for me. I have great guys around me. We have put in a whole new offense. We got a new defense. We're doing really well this year. I think it's going to be a great year, and it was worth it for me.
When you look at this Cincinnati Christian team, what's one thing that you think people are going to stand up and go, wow, that impresses me about them?
Well, I think this year will be a lot more aggressive. Last year, I feel like we got kind of pushed around a little bit, but I feel like we're going to be able to stand our ground this year. We have a lot more speed. We've got a lot faster. We've worked a lot in the offseason, and this whole new offense, I think, is really going to excel.
There you go, guys. The Cincinnati